This is Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine. I'm Joe Reed, and I'm with Robin Whitten, the founder, the starter of all this. Robin, how are you?
Well, not exactly the starter of all audiobooks, but I'm here and I'm glad to be having another week where we can talk about some great audiobooks.
Okay, where are we beginning?
Well, we're going to, I thought maybe an escape of some kind might be a good way to start this week, just to give everyone a little relief from everything that's been going on. And I have to tell you about Welcome to Glorious Tuga by Francesca Segal, read by Kristin Atherton.
Oh, I'm a fan of hers.
This is a wonderful, diverting sort of romp where we find the London vet Charlotte Walker has accepted a fellowship to study gold coin tortoises on a very small, tiny, remote island in the South Atlantic, Tuga de Oro. And this is a so eccentric a community that is so isolated and yet really connected in to the world in amazing ways. So Charlotte discovers many things about the island in this absolutely fabulous story.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
Well, I don't I there are so many colorful characters in this that Kristen brings to life. I mean, the story, the writing just lends itself to these kind of wacky character portraits, which she does so well. Charlotte arrives, she arrives on a boat where she's been terribly seasick. She's accompanied by the new island doctor, and it kind of starts from there, and then they start to meet all these really crazy islanders. The pastor Garrick, two wild child siblings, a taxi driver named Taxi, who's also the island DJ. I mean, it just goes on. I find that story is a bit of a mashup of James Herriot, Mamma Mia, and the Guernsey Potato and Potato Peel Pie Literary Society, if you remember that kind of story.
Oh my, of course. Oh, that sounds like so much
Well,
fun.
very diverting, very diverting.
And if I know Kristen, I really am a really big, big fan of hers. She's done a number of books set in the classical period, like Children of Jocasta. And she's done funny, quirky books too.
Well, this is where she shines with these quirky characters. It is a glorious island. It's beautiful. There are wild donkeys. I thought you would like that.
I do, as you do too. Come on, we share
That's
that.
true. Charlotte is actually a researcher more than a vet, but she's there to take care of everybody's animals. It kind of cascades with these wonderful things. And yet, many of them are very wise and funny. And it is a community that has so much heart. So it is glorious, Tuga, I have to say.
All right. Should we hear a little bit?
We should. And this is Charlotte just coming ashore and meeting the driver of the taxi who's going to take her home.
All right. This is Welcome to Glorious Tuga. It's by Francesca Segal and it's read by Kristin Atherton.
Taxi! Garrick called, oddly, for he was standing with his hand on the bonnet of the taxi. Before Charlotte could thank him, he turned on his heel and left.
Don't worry about your things,
Said a voice from the far side.
jump in, and I'll have you up the Mendoza place in a jiffy. I'm Taxi.
When he came into view, Taxi was revealed as a very short man in a white button-down shirt, neatly pressed khakis, and a pair of green plastic clogs. The few teeth he retained were of a deep earth hue. Taxi gestured with some pride, and Charlotte looked inside to find... What? What would you call this exactly? The black and grey fabric seats had been lovingly reupholstered in sheepskin, for which upgrade the seat belts had all been removed, and a miniature woven rug lay in the centre of the floor, in a pattern Charlotte would come to recognise as a traditional Tuga de Oro design of rudimentary donkeys, tortoises and conch shells.
Oh god, charming, quirky, lovely, and she is a wonder because she is so good at nailing the narrative voice as well as really excelling at characterization. She really is one of the best, I think, at that.
Well, every one of these characters has such personality. It was just lovely, lovely.
That is a great way to begin the week. I think we all need lovely. We do, we do.
Well, it's definitely a diversion.
Okay, and that is Welcome to Tuga by Francesca Segal, read by Kristin Atherton. Thank you so much, Robin. I will talk to you tomorrow.
We will, Joe.
Today's episode of Behind the Mic is sponsored by the perfect audiobooks for the holiday season. Come Home for Christmas by Matthew West and Three Romantic Stories in Mistletoe Season. Both audiobooks are available everywhere. If you like Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine, then follow us and leave us a rating. We love that. I'm Jo Reed. I'll talk to you tomorrow.